Usually whenever I've been hit, it's because I've been hit.
Hitboxes at work.
Yeah. Hitboxes. And that scream is just... And you don't have earplugs at this point, so...
Yeah. This game, however, second generation is just awful. You need high-grade earplugs for almost all of the monsters in the game.
Yeah, playing
like, even the basic
arenas.
wyvern like Kezu here, you need high-grade earplugs. Like, regular earplugs won't do it. It's gotta be high-grade.
Yeah.
Playing through most of the arenas, you realize how much you crutch on stuff like that. When they don't give you earplugs, you're just like,
yeah.
oh my god, and then you get ruined by monsters that you thought were easy.
Yeah, well, that's because you're stunned for such a long time when they scream. And he's enraged.
That was a lucky sort of slash.
Very.
Oh, I like how you roll right into it.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta cuddle up.
And when he's enraged, he, not strangely enough, deals also more damage.
Your cat comes out of the ground after being shocked, gets shot anyway, and he's probably gonna have to go right back in.
Oh yeah, this fight though. Oh, I'm not sorry for the cat though. I'm not sorry.
You got an electric body.
He's throwing like a million bombs at me at this point.
He's earning his keep.
Yeah, he's earning his keep.
So I guess a useful piece of information: if you're using a lance or gun lance, or I guess even a heavy bowgun with a shield or a sword and shield, if you were to block the electrical field where he just sits there and shocks himself, this one right here, if you block that, you can go back in and start attacking because it only hits you once. You can just stand on him while he's doing it after it hits you once.
Yeah, I regretted not doing this with the gun lance after I had started farming him with the gun lance. And then I was like, holy shit, this shield can actually block this. I did not think it would be able to.
Yeah, gun lance would have been a really good choice here.
Yeah. But it just made it so much easier because I just would take the hit to my stamina and then I'd take him out. The only thing you cannot 100% block without plus skill gear is when he is enraged and he does his electrified jump attack. You will take damage from that anyways.
Well, you can't block the conical blast of
No, you can't jump block that
either.
I did that as a test just to see if I could or not. I got wrecked.
Yeah, you can't block those.
Won't guard up block that?
Yes, but guard up will make you able to block these things.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get any defense abilities this early in the game in Freedom Unite, so...
Yeah, you're very limited on the decorations and the armor.
If you weren't still lollygagging at like 2-star hunts, you'd probably have a wide variety of things you can make at this point.
And I'm just out of reach every single time. There we go. And Kitty
so
would have
back
hit me
before Kizu was named Kizu, back when he was still named Jaw Wyvern before the game came out, he was a mold dragon.
Mold dragon?
He was a mold dragon. He was covered in mold, and he had a mold breath attack. And it would like screw up all your food that you were carrying with you and stuff.
Oh.
He lived in the forest.
That sounds pretty annoying, actually.
Glad they changed that.
Yeah.
I don't know, that sounds like it would have been a pretty interesting fight.
It would have been an interesting fight, but then you just go, well, then I'm just not going to bring any barbecue or anything with me.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered in, like, the forest. Like, here, if you were still a mold beast, you ruined all your food, it'd be kind of suck, because you need your food in the cold areas.
But you have hot drinks.
Oh,
or if you have someone with a hunting horn with you, you have... Well, you have hunting horn.
Indeed.
We missed you, Emald. Reginald and me missed your musical tune when we were doing the multiplayer.
I do enjoy using hunting horn. It's a bit of a crutch for people in multiplayer, but it's such a great weapon.
I think it's a great weapon.
I see so few people on with them though. I've made the guitar variants.
Guitar variants?
Yeah, hunting horns are split up into actual horns and then like guitar style where they make guitar sounds.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
They are pretty cool, and there's one that you'll be able to unlock soon enough.
Yeah. So the whole thing of this fight is if you're a melee user with no ability to block, or you're not a ranged user, you don't want to get too greedy, like there. And
longsword is still your best choice for, you know, if you can't have a weapon that blocks or a ranged weapon.
Exactly.
Longsword's probably your best choice against Kizu.
That's why I thought I'd show this weapon off. because it really is.
But then that's all of... The longsword's basically the only melee weapon that can't block, aside from
Hammer.
dual swords.
Hammer can't block either.
Oh, of course, Hammer. Hammer is also pretty bad against Kezu. He
Yeah.
takes a lot less beating damage than he does cutting damage.
Isn't like piercing the best because it goes straight through armor? Is it only
There's
in certain
cutting
cases?
and there's beating, and monsters have different resistances to each of them.
Yeah, I know there's cutting and beating, but wasn't there something like there was something special
There's
about piercing?
explosion,
Oh, there's explosion.
which ignores all defenses.
Okay, that's what it was.
Monster
But
Hunter,
the problem
there are
is
only
the
cuts,
explosion,
bludgeons, and
does
explosions.
not, at least in this game, doesn't seem to have, like you have your gun lances, which do small bombs and damage, and then you have small and large bombs and small and large bomb plus. That's all you have in explosive.
And you're a cat.
Yeah. My cat has been out this more or less the entire fight. And there, I damaged his head. Now, at this point, I'm just gonna go for his legs because,
Oh, hey look, you broke a thing. You broke his face.
yeah.
Alright, this is Kezu's weak animation. He stands completely rigid without moving for about 5 seconds, and then he flies off to 3 where he goes to sleep.
He just spaces out.
Yeah, he stops entirely. It's usually just enough time when you notice it to set down a trap and cap him.
Kezu becomes depressed and reassesses his life.
He goes through his midlife crisis.
He realizes it's time to go back home.
Can't stop hanging out outside with the kids.
Oh.
Time to grow up. But he doesn't want to grow up, so he just goes to sleep. I really like Kezu, the cave wyvern. Kezu's just absolutely one of my favorite monsters in the series.
Spirit combo.
Yeah, I do kind of like him, but and here at this point I'm still I remember the Cephadrome fight and I was like, oh, he's made it to sleep a little bit, so he's probably not weak anymore. So I'll get a few shots in on him, and I'm just gonna place the trap after I get a few shots in on him, and I forget to take into account is that all his attacks are jumps.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
And here's
you're-
a perfect example of chain ganking.
shameful.
Oh, you died to Kezu.
Yeah.
See, it's you haven't played this game enough to be able to accurately measure the distance of his jump.
Yeah, so jump cut.
You have become the Kezu.
Yes.
Lightning jump cut.
Kezu's like one of the few monsters that can actually kill the environmental weaklings
Yeah.
with, an attack.
And, oh, just barely get out of the way of that.
Kezu
No,
will
stand
run
on
you
the
dry
trap!
on
Oh my god,
supplies.
no, what are you doing? Stand on the trap!
What I'm trying to do is not get hit by his sort of, ranged attacks.
Oh my god, you're so bad! Just go stand on the trap!
Why are you using a lightning trap on a lightning dragon?
Actually, they still work on Kezu.
Yeah, shock traps still work on him. It's not as if it's not unbounded.
There's barely anything it doesn't work on him, I believe.
He's really dumb. He's dumb and won't go stand on the trap, and now it's fucked up. Now
No,
Kezu's too far. And
It makes
Basically,
monster
I
sense.
kind of gave up on the whole trap idea because, screw it, I'm
bad,
killing his
that's
Stalker
why.
now.
Ooh, he
really
did that thing
bad.
where he,
Yeah, I am really bad, but I came to the conclusion in my head that I'm never going to get him in that trap. He's just going to jump around and dart around it. And fighting in this place is really annoying because you got these walls he will toss you into and then you'll still be doing an attack.
Yeah, they will slide against the walls and get you at really weird angles. It's terrible. It's horrible. Oh,
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not me, and you aren't, if you can get him killed, and he just barely misses it. But if you're not me, try to kill him when he's outside if you can, or capture him when he's outside.
this is such an infuriating thing to watch. Kezu's one of the most farmed monsters in my Monster Hunter history, and just to see somebody do so terribly at this fight, it kills me on the inside. It makes me dead.
Actually, I've killed him so many times now that the these sorts of things don't happen anymore, mainly because fucking Pale Bones. Pale Bones is a drop from him that has a 8%, and I'm horrible with my
Per
luck.
break.
Yeah, per break.
8% per break, and thus there's also an inherent capture
Look at
percentage
that.
on it as
Look at
well.
those scars
And the emission reward
from that
chance.
botched
And
circumcision
I
attempt.
have horrible luck with it, so I've only got 1 Pale Bone in 30 kills. And that
But
is
it's the
making sure
earliest
I break
example
my
of a
bones.
quote-unquote gem drop
Yeah.
in Unite.
And notice a huge mistake that I'm doing here. Yeah, not carving. I don't know why afterwards I realized, wait, did I forget to carve? That's right, I did not capture him. What? Ah.
There was a
I had
pale bone in there, I'm sure.
No.
Previous to this, I had been capturing like 1,000,000 kutkus to increase the eardrop rate, and I had gotten into the mindset that since I'm just capturing them, I don't have to carve. Again, muscle memory screws me over again.
It's being bad at the games.
That too.
Being a terrible person.
Yes.
A terrible
I am the
person,
worst
terrible
person.
Player, terrible hunter.
Turn in your hunter's badge and your oversized sword immediately.
Please,
You're off the
for the
force.
love of God.
Never. I will
loose
be a
cannon
renegade
hamster.
cop. And
Pale extract is a great drop. I love pale extract.
yeah,
Make drugs with it, literally.
yeah. Demon drugs and whatnot, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway,
That's it.
the video's ending, so I hope at least people will enjoy mocking me.